Wow, the colors are beautiful out of this. It's amazing. Look at this body design. Nikon has knocked that out of the park. This is really good. By the way, small rig grip, we've got this. We also got the cage with us. We've got the mic. We're gonna show you all that stuff. But this display is unbelievable. Very bright. You don't even need an external monitor anymore. That's why they got micro HDMI. They're like, you don't even need it. You can record 3 types of RAW internally on this. ProRes RAW, NRAW, and R3D NE RAW. All 12-bit, not 16-bit, so it's gonna be a little bit different from the Komodo and of course the Raptor. So if you wanna use the R3D plugin, like you would say on Final Cut, whatever, for usually if you use it with the Komodo X or for say the V Raptor, it's different. So you're gonna have a proprietary plugin that I'll be actually loading up on my laptop here. It's still beta software, so things are beta right now. Not everything's 100%, but of course we're a couple weeks out to launch. This camera is freaking amazing. I've got the Zero Optic 50mm T1.3. This is a rehoused 51.2 AIS lens by Zero Optic. A good friend of mine, Peter Choi, loaned this to me for the review. We got a video coming out on that soon. He's got all the lenses. This is a beautiful lens. We're also gonna try with a Mega Adapt adapter as well. I've got the new Sigma 3512 with that for the E-mount. And we've got some other goodies. Right now, we're actually recording on the new camera with the all-new 24-70 2.8 version 2. Guys, pictures show it one thing, it's very light and it's very narrow. It's a big improvement and it's internal zoom. Can I trade up? I don't think so. So if you don't want to record in RAW or log, but you want that red look, you have the picture controls inside the menu system. And these are picture controls designed with red to emulate that red look. And you can use this for photo and video, RAW or JPEG. So you have an option with this, which is really good. Picture controls, you can't customize them inside like you can with the native Nikon ones, but if you're shooting in, let's say, photos, JPEGs or RAW, just import them in a Lightroom and just have fun with them. But they're very cool, give a very distinctive look. We're gonna record in that as well, but we're just kind of taking it through its paces here because this is so cool. By the way, I want to talk a little bit more about this body for a second because I've been talking about the features, but not much about the body. This is a 500-gram camera. It's very light, but it's very well built. For the price point, you're thinking that Nikon maybe, cut corners on this. They didn't. It feels very much like the build quality of a Z9, Z8 respectively. And there's no fans inside of this. And so far from the testing they've done all over the world with various different creators, there's been no overheating. We're shooting at 6K 25, R3D, NE. We're shooting in 10-bit H.265. I've been walking around shooting here, and it's hot and humid in Singapore year-round. We have no overheating issues. There's not been one sign that's come on it. Whatever Nikon's done, whatever magic they've done in terms of heat dissipation inside this camera, this will be studied by other manufacturers because this is amazing. No fans, it's quite thin for what it is, very well built magnesium alloy body, and it doesn't overheat thus far. Which now I've switched into the Plana, native Nikon mount, but we're gonna be taking photos with this because like some, cameras out there that are designed primarily for video and they don't really have really good photo functions, Nikon is still a photocentric company, right? So this is pretty much based off the Z6 III platform. And so your skills are getting that same semi-stacked sensor inside of this and pretty much the same photo performance for the most part. So we're gonna walk around and take some photos with this. And I'll tell you what, for the size of this camera system, this is a longer lens and this small rig grip definitely does help. I would highly recommend getting this. But even if you put a small pancake lens, let's say the 28 2.8, the vintage style one or the retro style one, or even the more modern, right? This could be a nice little street photographer's camera as well. Nice kind of like, not want to say rangefinder, but it kind of gives you that vibe a little bit. Obviously without the viewfinder, but you know what I'm talking about. But this is really nice. And I'm actually using the red creative LUTs here, the picture profiles, I should say, inside of this to kind of give it a distinct look. This color, you may like or dislike, but we can change it out throughout this. Very easy to play around. And we also can do black and white. I would say the red picture profiles are a little more desaturated than I like. And I wish there was a way that we could tweak them inside the camera system. Again, this is pre-production, so there may be, things may change in the final firmware, but it would be nice to have that option to be able to tweak it because, hello, hi. Just something to notice, but as you can see, look at that display. Look how beautiful, look at that expression. But the great thing about this camera is that it's a great versatile hybrid system. It's designed for cinema, this is the first camera to actually have the red technology in it. But at the same time, it's very good for photos. Can I take your portrait? Your portrait? Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Now, talking about the user interface on this camera system, it's very unique. This might be the least amount of buttons I've seen on a Nikon camera in a very long time, which obviously, because you have such a large display, it's a P3 color gamut on the display. It's 4 inches. It's very bright. I think it's over 1,000 nit brightness, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of your interaction is going to be through the display itself. So case in point, you're going to press the menu button, then you press the menu button again on the display to go into the main menu that we're used to seeing on a Nikon camera system. Now, instinctively, I press on the menu button twice to do that, but actually you're supposed to press once on the physical button and then once on the display. Maybe in the future they'll fix that and will allow us to, customize that how we want to do so. But nonetheless, it's a small thing. I've only got the camera in my hands for the last half hour to 45 minutes, so there's going to be a learning curve here. If you've used Nikon cameras, you understand how to go around this. There's going to be new settings to this that we have not seen in other camera systems before, granted because you have the RAW technology inside of it, but it's very user-friendly. And this display is unbelievable how big it is. It is so nice to use, and it is a flip out, rotating display. You can't tilt it back and forth. It's not a photographer's display. Maybe they'll do that in another ZR2, who knows? But for what it is right now, it's very, very good. And I will tell you, in terms of seeing through it, now I need to wear glasses. So sometimes a hard time, call it age, looking at closer things and looking at things from a distance. So I do have to hold out the camera a little bit here, but if I'm like this, everything is fine. If I'm here, it's a bit challenging for me, so I probably would need eyeglasses, but neither here nor there. But I have a theory. Because it's the first time we're seeing a digital hot shoe on a camera like this, perhaps Nikon might come out with an EVF that you can attach on this. I'm just saying, I don't know, nobody's telling me, I'm guessing. But that would be cool to actually have an EVF that you could pop on this, that you could tilt up and down and take it off when you need to, especially if you're gonna be shooting in, let's say, brighter situations, bright daylight, and sometimes a display like this may be a bit challenging. As bright as it is, it may be a bit challenging. That would be a nice option to have. Don't know if it's coming, it's just a guess, but it'd be cool if they do that. Anyway, there's more to this. We've got the zoom switch here. We've got 3 distinct modes here for display mode and also exposure, a photo and video switch on the top of this. And of course, we've got the internal 32-bit float mics on it, which we're gonna test as well. And we have the new mic from Nikon that they've got with this that attaches to this digital hot shoe, so there's no cables needed. We're gonna try all that in just a bit, but right now, we'll walk around, take some more photos, then try some more video. This is actually a very fun photographer's camera. I know it's designed for cinema. Maybe it's just my thing, but it's very fun to take photos with. It's so compact and so easy, right? Look at this. You're looking good, very cinematic. So now we've gotten out of the Red R3D NE profile. Now we're just shooting in 10-bit H.265, but we're trying it with the Red IBIS picture profile to it, so it's gonna give it a sort of a look. And I think for a lot of people out there, if you don't want to shoot in, log or RAW, whatever have you, this is gonna look great as well. And we're shooting in 6K 25, because you can shoot to 6K 60, no crop, in this camera system. So people are saying, is this the same sensor as the Z6 III? From what I understand, it's based on the same sensor, but there are some differences. It's been sort of tuned for more cinema versus the standard Z6 III, which is more kind of a photo-centric hybrid camera system. So I would guess to say it may be slightly different. Based on the Z6 III might be the proper way to say it, but not exactly. Anyway, let's walk around, take some photos, take some video. We're recording this entire video with the new camera. I can't say it loud because it's pre-production, but you know what I'm talking about. And we'll see how it looks in the various different formats. And let me know what you think of this lens, because I'm hearing it's very, very good. It's very sharp. But luckily I have a 1/8 Pro Mist filter on this Nisi VND, so I'm a little softer. Reduce my age a bit. So in terms of stabilization, up to 7.5 stops on this. And they're saying it's one of the best stabilizations they have on their camera systems. Now, we're recording this entire A-roll that you're seeing me talk, handheld. I'm also handheld on this, so you guys let me know, be the judge what you think. If the stabilization holds up, that's gonna make it even better. In terms of the ports on this, as I mentioned, it's got micro HDMI. It's probably the one thing that everybody, I'll say everybody, but some people will complain about. Why doesn't it have full size? It's because of this. Look how big this thing is. I haven't had a Ninja 5. This is roughly the same size, maybe just a little bit smaller. But look at the size of this thing. You don't need a monitor. Even if you're recording yourself like this, obviously, this is not a vlogging, I'm just giving a demonstration. I can totally see myself, all the information on the display, focus peaking, all that's there. So they could have even said, you know what, we don't even need HDMI, but I'm sure somebody would have complained if they did that, so at least they let you with micro HDMI, which is fine, but you really don't need it. One of the benefits of shooting with the Nikon team is they actually have the micro HDMI to full-size HDMI adapter by SmallRig. And it actually bolts onto the cage that's available for this camera as well, which we're using on this, and I'll show you what it looks like there. But yeah, with a grip, and you can bolt this on. So no need to worry about micro HDMI anymore. SmallRig figured that one out. Can I get your photo? Thank you, sir, thank you. So nice, look at that. Wow. But that's the great thing about this camera, again, is the versatility. Flip of the switch, it remembers the settings on each of the profiles respectively. So from photo to video, once I go back, I'm back into my video settings, go back into photo, it remembers everything, which is good. So if you want to do a quick switch, you don't have to worry about messing with that as well, which is a very good thing. And also the picture profiles too. So now I do want to preface this by saying for those who do shoot red, you're not going to get all the same red tools. Let's say their focus peaking, for example, or their histograms or waveforms. Some things will get that are similar, some things will be more Nikon based, but obviously I'm sure there can be firmware updates in the future. And as people start using this camera system, Nikon gets feedback, they'll probably start implementing some of these things. I do hope they do the focus peaking that Red has, because that is some of the best focus peaking I've used on any camera system. It's highly accurate, it's very easy to see, and especially using a camera like this that's display only, it'll definitely make a world of difference. So hopefully they add that in the future. There we go, 1, 2. Thank you, sir, thank you. That was good. That was really good. Wow. That's why I like shooting Little India. Good food too. So one of the cool features we're seeing inside of this, let's say you're in the area where your PSAM dials are, where you want to go, program, shutter priority, or manual. Go further right, you have cinematic video, slow motion video, and you have different selections. So you select that here, you're now going to 180-degree shutter angle, so you can shoot in shutter angle for this. Now obviously it's set at 1080, but you can adjust that internally in the menu system, but at least for newbies or people that aren't familiar with shutter angle, you can do that. Then also if you want slow motion, you go to 360 shutter angle on that as well. So you're getting some nice attributes, obviously for the cinema people, they know how to use this. But if you're new to the cinema world, this is also a great way to learn it and play around and figure it out. All right guys, so we're now trying the internal mics on this with the Ozo audio, which is very similar to Dolby Atmos, but this is going to be the technology that's inside this camera system. Again, it's 32-bit float internal recording. You can use it with an external mic if your mic can do that, or internally on the mics on this one. And you can also adjust the direction of the audio. So right now I'm in portrait mode, so it'll be front facing towards me. You can go rear, side, stereo. You can set it how you want to. But let me know what you guys think. I'm going to adjust the audio in post a little bit to see how this performs, but 32-bit internal recording is the first time we're seeing it on any camera system. The only other camera that I know of is, I believe, is the Lumix camera series, but you need the handle for that. This is built in to the Nikon ZR. So one of the great things about the Z-mount system is adapting lenses, and we have the all-new Mega Adapt ETZ21 Pro Plus with the all-new Sigma 35 1.2 version 2 lens for the E-mount, and it's performing beautifully. Now this adapter is improved, it's got weather sealing on it. At the same time, it's designed to work with Red Cinema cameras as well. So this is a really nice adapter to use with the system in case you don't have a lot of Nikon lenses, you have Sony lenses, and you want to adapt it. This is working great. Autofocus performance is on. The VR system is on it. There's been no issues at all. It performs like a native lens, and it's adapted. We're shooting in the middle of an alleyway. It's called making it rustic, more urban. Some people, they want to go to these beautiful sceneries. We're here in the streets doing it. So now we're trying this brand new mic by Nikon. It's an electronic connection to the hot shoe, so there's no cables needed. It's the MDE10. Now I'm on the middle of the road right now. There's going to be a lot of exterior noises, but let me know what you guys think in terms of the audio pickup. I'm not going to treat the audio, it's going to be raw, but one thing I want to tell you, it is recording 32-bit float internally inside this. Also, it has a tally light on the front and back of the microphone. I mean, I've never seen that on a mic before. So you have a tally light on the mic, a tally light on the camera, you have the red recording frame around the display. If you don't know you're not recording with this camera system, I don't know what's going to be your problem, because you're going to know you're recording with it. Anyway, that's what it sounds like, that's what it looks like. Not too bad. Pretty much, guys, that's kind of the first impressions of this camera. Again, firmware is not final, so I don't want to, say too much about it, but I will say this. What Nikon has done with this camera, I've been excited to hear about this, what they're gonna do with the red technology. Obviously, we saw the Komodo X, the V-Raptor, all that. But what they were going to do with something like this is pretty friggin' fascinating. And I think for a lot of you out there, photographers and videographers that want a good hybrid camera, and you're okay not having an EVF, and 24 megapixels, as you're seeing from the images here, is beautiful, absolutely stunning, and they've done a phenomenal job. Anyway, guys, that's it, my first impressions on the ZR. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like this video, like, subscribe. Thank you for the support. Thank you, Nikon Singapore, as well, and I'll chat to you all very, very soon. Bye.